It's voting season. Make sure y'all get out and vote.
Absolutely, early voting.
Early voting is going on right now. Make sure you get to your county because you have to be in your county during early voting to vote, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe it's going until next week, the 4th.
Okay, yeah. Now let's go ahead and get into the business. It's episode 187 of the Rise and Grind podcast. It's your boy Roderick in the building.
Yes, sir. Cari, we here.
All right, man. It's another Thursday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How we feeling?
I feel great, man. Well, I can't lie. I'm feeling a little drained.
Yeah, same, bro.
We already talked at the beginning of the pod about how we almost had to call in the reinforcements.
Call in sick.
Yeah.
Call in sick, man.
This week has just been a pretty trying week. Mm-hmm. The job is it's a really great job. You know, I'm still getting acquainted with all of my duties, things like that. But it's just been a heavy week with the discipline. Mm-hmm. My job is specifically in the disciplinary role. So just been a lot of little kids been in trouble, you know? They're not little kids, those are young adults. I'm dealing with 6 through 12 at this point. But it's just a lot.
It's just been a lot, yeah. It's just been one of those weeks. I could tell, I understand.
Yeah, then we coming in like we're podding. Yeah. Almost called in a sub for you niggas.
Facts. But no, I feel the same, bro. Like, it's just been one of those weeks, like I said, just a very demanding week.
Yeah.
And really just coming off the last weekend, I don't think I just didn't have enough time to recover. And then my schedule, I kind of got just behind on just like my everyday schedule, just like what I like to do every day. I kind of been off track with that. Nigga ain't been sleeping good. You know, it's just
okay.
It's like work, just everything. It's just been a very demanding week, bro. So I'm feeling it, but I'm still good, like mentally. But you know, we usually come in like everything's good, everything's great. Like, no, I'm tired this week. I ain't gonna lie to you.
In my instance, it's where like, all right, at my job, I take care of all the kids that get in trouble. Like when the kids get in trouble, they come see me. There's forms that they fill out so I can understand everything that's going on in the situation or the incident that they got in trouble. Say I have 4 or 5 situations to deal with already. That's no big deal for me. Between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m., I'm going to work all of that through. It's when I'm working through stuff like that, and then 2 girls get in a fight. They bring 2 girls in. That's a bigger situation. So now I got to deal with that now. The other 4 or 5 things I got to put to the side. Now I'm starting to deal with those girls. We've got ISS suspension situations going on. Now 4 or 5 kids get sent out of class. They've been a disruption. Now I've got 5 more of those pieces of paperwork sitting on top of the 2 girls that just got in a fight, and I still got those 4 or 5 to deal with in the morning. Those people from the morning aren't getting dealt with anymore right. Because there's important things to deal with now. So now some of this shit is going into tomorrow, and then tomorrow more of that's going to happen.
And then it just keeps piling on top of each other. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's one of them weeks, man.
Yeah.
One thing for me, like I said, what I'm just thinking, the weather, man. The weather has played a huge part in the way that I'm feeling as well. Like, it's been cold.
It's been super cold.
So it's even hard to get up out the bed in the morning as well, like all week. So the weather has had me messed up, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't like when it just sneak up on you. Like, we got the cold, we had some rain. Like, we just been getting a little taste of everything.
Now, I can't lie. When it comes to all 4 seasons, the colder parts of the year, like winter's my favorite season of all the seasons. Did I say 4 seasons? That was correct, right? All right.
Is it 4 seasons?
Yeah, I started thinking about the hotel, and I was like, it is the 4 seasons, right?
Yeah.
But winter's my favorite. When it gets cold, I can't get enough of that. But I do agree with you. For me, it's getting acquainted with it again, getting adjusted to maybe that 70-degree, 60-degree weather, turning all the way into 40 and 30-degree weather overnight.
Overnight, bro. That'd be the worst.
So, and I'm good for a cold front. I love a cold front, but I just need to get acquainted with it. My allergies can't take that shit sometimes. Like, I'll wake up in the morning and I'm the person at the door that I'm standing there greeting kids. So So that cold air that's hitting the door. Oh, that's me. Like Jack Frost, Wind Miser. What is it? Snow Miser. Whatever the fuck that guy is. Frosty. It's cold as fuck.
Yeah, man.
But I'm there. So it just takes some time for my allergies, my body to get acclimated to the cold weather.
Yeah.
Spring, that's my second favorite type of year or time of year. Second favorite season. The rain, love it. So you were talking about the rain. We got a huge storm, I think Monday night. Loved it. Loved every single moment of it. Came out of nowhere. Loved it.
Yeah, man, that shit just beating up the house. But yeah, I definitely love the rain. It just, like you said, I don't like when the weather just changes out of nowhere because, you know, you'll wake up in the morning, it'll be super cold. In the afternoon, it's hot. You don't know if you need to turn the heat on. Do I keep the AC on?
That's just the hard part.
It's frustrating, bro. So, like, man, that shit just been taking a toll on me all week, like I said. But I'm still good just overall. It's just been one of those weeks, man. You know, it's okay to have a bad week every now and again.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say for me it's a bad week.
Yeah, it ain't even bad. It's just one of them weeks. Just tired.
Yeah, it's a tiring week. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah. But we here though, man. It's a blessing to be here.
Absolutely. We're here to talk that shit too.
Absolutely.
I don't think we have anything that we wanted to talk about moving forward into the intro.
Nah.
All right.
We get right into it, man.
Yeah, I want to thank the listenership, everybody on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, Pandora, Stitcher, Deezer, iHeart,
Everywhere.
TuneIn. Yeah, everywhere you're listening.
Yeah,
everyone on the viewership on YouTube, everybody that's subscribed. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that button. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications that you get everything we're doing. Yeah. Social media. If you're following us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all of that. Appreciate you guys for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we rocking with you. Make sure you hit the notifications button so you get everything that we're doing, like I said.
Yep.
Let's get into the shits, man.
Let's do it.
What the hell is going on that Rihanna had to hit us up and saying she's dropping some shit Friday?
Yeah,
Rihanna's coming out?
Rihanna is back. Riri is back.
Let me not act so surprised. We knew this.
Yeah, we knew it was coming. Obviously.
I forgot though.
No, I did too, but we kind of speculated. We know that she has a Super Bowl coming up in February, so we knew that, you know, music was probably coming soon. But this is going to be for the Wakanda Forever soundtrack.
Right.
Movie comes out November 11th. The song is going to come out tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
The song is called Lift Me Up.
It sounds like a Black Panther,
Like a theme song.
Wakanda ass song.
Yeah, like a theme song.
Yeah, but at the same time, we haven't heard her voice in what, 6 years?
6 years, man.
So I'm looking forward to anything Rihanna that we can get. I don't necessarily think that this means any music is on the way, like of Rihanna's herself. So guys, don't expect that.
No, that album is still not coming until next year, more than likely after the Super Bowl.
Look at my mind changing on the pod right here.
You, just like that.
All right, Cari, everything's for a reason. If it was just a soundtrack song, she's not on her way back to do anything. There was no need to post this.
It's for promo. You do have to post it. It's promo for the movie.
Did she have to?
Yeah. Rihanna can't just come back first song in 6 years and not promo. Whether or not it's for a soundtrack or not, like.
She could have.
She could have, but like because this was for the movie, bro. You have to announce.
Yeah,
it.
let me stop making. Let
Yeah.
me stop making stuff out of nothing.
Yeah, so you know it's for the movie. Now, if this was just some solo shit, then yeah, she could just come out of nowhere and say, "Hey, I got a song coming out tomorrow," and not even say nothing, just drop it. But for the movie, you got to promo that. You know, it's 2 weeks before the movie comes out. They're on that entire promo run. It makes sense.
Yeah, and even for the movie itself, like it's good to have Rihanna posting about the movie.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna carry
Okay.
me.
Yeah. Let me stop speculating.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay. My bad. Let me get into some shit like that we can actually speculate about. SZA, she's got a short film coming out tomorrow with. Was that Lakeith? Mm-hmm. It's called Shirt.
Yep, Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about this because this isn't a song.
So I'm thinking it's still gonna be a song, and that's just the music video that's coming along with it, and they just said short film on the trailer that we watched. I'm thinking this is gonna be a song along with it.
Maybe so, because that's what happened with Do We Got a Problem? I think
they did it like that. They released a trailer first before they dropped the song.
Yeah, you remember that shit that came out with Tommy from Power and all that other shit?
Nah, I can't even call it, bro.
God,
my fault.
This guy doesn't know his rap. I'm just kidding. I don't blame you for not knowing the "Do We Got a Problem" video.
Yeah.
But nevertheless.
But yeah, I believe this would be a song though. Still, song called "Sure." And then this is just gonna be the music video that she's also releasing within the song.
Does this no, I can't ask you now. We gotta ask. I'll ask you on Monday if this is gonna mark the start of her promo run for her album.
SZA.
Yeah, of course. I would love to say yes. I haven't heard the track. I don't know what type of track it is, and that matters.
So you want to wait till you hear the
because
song.
What, like, the track could end up being 45 seconds, and I could come out today and say that this is going to be the beginning of her album promo, and it might not be at all. Are we still looking at the same songs on her album?
How many songs was it that she had dropped? It's about 3 or 4, right?
About 3.
3.
I'm thinking about Hit Different, Good Days. No, she's got more than 3 songs. And if you wonder if I hate you, but that was really just
that one called I Hate You.
Yeah, that was really just a SoundCloud song.
Lucy.
But I think she's got a couple more. I can't remember.
I think you had pretty much all the ones. That's all I could think of. Better Days, I Love You.
Good Days.
I mean, Good Days, I Hate You. And look at me fucking up.
I must say, damn, you got them all wrong.
And then what was the
Don't take this nigga on the trivia show.
Right. Jeopardy. Dude.
Hit Different.
We just lost everything, yeah, for sure. But looking forward to it, bro.
Those are all hitters. If Shirt is great, I mean, let's roll with it. What's the deal with all the R&B girls in the clothing?
What you mean?
Let me get in that hoodie. We have hoodie and shirt going crazy. Yeah. We got to pick which one's better.
Don't do that to us, man.
Yes. Oh, I love pitting black people and black women against each other. I'm the worst.
Nah, man.
I'm just kidding. I don't like doing that.
They can coexist.
Of course.
Of course.
But what would we be if we didn't pick who's the best? So when those albums come out, I'm going to compare.
It's only right. There's nothing wrong with that.
What else are we here for?
That's what we do. It's our job.
It's my job, man. I'm sorry. I hate that I have to do my job or that I have to do my job, but I've got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. What else are we going to after we're going into Rihanna? Or I'm sorry, SZA.
So still staying in new music. We got albums rolling out now. Juice WRLD's album. We still didn't get a name for Juice WRLD's album, did we?
I don't think so, unless the fans have made one up for him and Lil Bibby and them are just gonna go with it. But I doubt that.
Okay, yeah. So no album, no track list, no songs, anything yet. But Juice WRLD is coming out with his final album tomorrow as well. We kind of already spoke about it on Monday, but still just happy to see that they're putting out that last project. And like I said before, hopefully they pick the best songs because you know how that can go sometimes. But
hopefully it's done with the utmost respect to Juice WRLD and the discography that he had before and respecting how great it was. Because he had a really great discography.
For sure.
And I think showing it the utmost respect would be keeping it at that same height.
Yeah.
So that quality of music should be dropping at the same rate. Mm-hmm. Because I think Juice will only want the best of his music coming out. Not all of it. Anything else you want to say about Juice?
Nah, yeah, we can move on. Staying in albums division.
This is an album that I'm actually a little excited to hear tomorrow.
Same, man. This one's going to be called Working on My Karma.
Yeah, we got 2 singles from them during the promo rollout. Of course, the biggest one was If I Get Caught. Mm-hmm. Okay.
If I Get Caught Cheating.
If I Get Caught Cheating, my bad. I didn't know if the cheating part was a part of the title. I'm guessing.
It's not. I'm sorry. I was just saying like, right.
Okay. So
it's called If I Get Caught.
If I Get Caught.
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest songs of the summer.
Yeah, man. Created a lot of controversy. You know, had a lot of people hot. A lot of women hottest, I guess, just about what they were saying in the song. But definitely, I think Division, they had the perfect rollout. I'll say that. They had a banger song single that went crazy.
They had Jermaine Dupri behind this, and Jermaine Dupri knew exactly and knows exactly how to produce an album and how to market one.
He's actually worked with them the entire album process, like of recording everything. So, but yeah, just going back to that song, like we said, if I get caught, had a lot of controversy behind that. The music video as well. They had Maul in the video. Remember that? Shout out Maul. So just a lot. They were doing it the right way, like I said. But I'm looking forward to hearing Division, bro.
I am as well. The same way. I'm not leaving Division. I'm just moving over to Jermaine Dupri for a second. The same way Diddy, aka Love, shout out Diddy, is on his roll to come back right now. Jermaine Dupri is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see it with this Division album. But one of the biggest that you're gonna see it with is when that Usher album comes. When that fucking Usher album comes out, yours raps. No, like we've seen R&B artists that have been the greatest or some of the greatest of their era come back and do shit again. Like you saw the Pretty Wings era for Maxwell. You saw the Soldier of Love era, Sade, all that. Mint Condition, New Edition, like you saw a lot of them like come back and do their shit. Usher coming back for another Confessions might be the biggest thing ever.
Just the name Confessions is just
and word on road
sells itself.
Word on the road since what 2019 or 20 is that's the album that he's working on.
Yeah. And if you've been working on it for that long, just imagine the quality of work that they are producing together
with Jermaine Dupri.
It's amazing, bro. JD is actually working on a tape with Currency as well. Like he's touching, man. Yeah, JD's in his bag, bro. He just tweeted recently about how they cleared a verse with 2 Chainz for the tape.
And Jermaine Dupri. Mm-hmm. No, he's out for his flowers.
Yeah,
we didn't give Jermaine Dupri the respect in the 2010s that maybe he deserved for all the work he put in the 1990s and 2000s. So he's like, you know what, fuck it, let me put it in your face.
I respect it.
And on top of that, like, I'm not done working. Yeah, I respect it too.
Yeah, bro.
Whoa, okay. Shout out JD.
For sure. Shout out Division as well. Like we said, that's coming out tomorrow, working on My Karma.
He need to go get Janet back. He go get Janet back, he goated?
Yeah, bro. That'll be the cherry on top.
I had heard something about either they were speaking or like they had been spotted, but like, I don't think they're actually like they. But if JD, if you go get Janet back, like you're goated.
Yeah, niggas can't tell you nothing if that happens.
Nobody will ever be able to tell you anything for the rest of your entire life. It's like that's like Diddy getting J-Lo back.
Yeah,
it's over. All right, let me move on. Kodak's on his way. Oh, speaking of that, Drake and Future, they pushed back their album to November the 4th.
21, Drake and 21.
I'm sorry, Drake and 21. I keep wanting that What It's Time to Be Alive too to come out so bad.
It's burning.
It's killing me.
I see it.
But that 21 and Drake.
Yeah, man, her loss. They pushed it back, so it's not coming out tomorrow. It'll be coming out next week, November 4th. Drake took to Instagram and said that 40 caught COVID during his process of mixing and mastering the tape. So they decided to push it back a week.
Get well, 40.
Get well, 40. Shout out to 40, speedy recovery. I'll just say that. But also, I will say, shout out to OVO Sound because Division is coming out this week. And Drake said, okay, Division, I'm going to let you have your week. I'm going to let everybody else have their week.
Are they still on OVO?
Yeah. Division still OVO.
Why would Drake even... Okay, now it's making sense.
I don't even know why they even announced it in the first place.
Why would Drake even announce that?
I don't know, dog. I have no idea. Like, when I seen it, I was just like, that's weird.
Okay.
Are we going for this COVID hoax? Is this a hoax? Nah, I'm playing, man. Hopefully 40 doesn't really have COVID.
Yeah, no, what I was gonna say is I was gonna say that before, I just didn't know we were actually gonna get into the talk about it. Shout out and get well 40 if the COVID rumors and everything were true, or the statements about him having COVID are true.
Right.
Of course, everybody on social media said that wasn't actually true, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I just want to rock with what I saw, which was he has COVID. Get well 40.
For sure.
The album's gonna be good. I mean, no matter what. But what I said last week was, or last pod, Monday, Kodak is dropping this week. He's got Cutthroat Bill Volume 1 dropping. And I didn't see him dropping if Drake was in sight. Drake is no longer in sight. This Kodak album's coming out. This Kodak album is coming out tomorrow, guys. You can expect it. And now I feel way better about him dropping.
Yeah, I do too. Absolutely. I mean, even on the last episode, like I understood when you were speculating that he may push it back because it's Drake. Like I understand that. But now, like with him out of the way, of course we're getting it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Kodak is dropping. He finally has a day where nobody, like no other rap really is dropping that can really compete with him.
You got Juice, but Juice isn't really gonna compete with the street like that.
Right.
Division is sitting in an R&B category. Other than that, like you said, we don't have any A-list hip-hop artists dropping an album this week.
Yeah, so that was really big that, that they pushed that shit back. That's going to help him a lot.
Yeah, it should.
For sure.
What are we thinking?
As far as like sales or just the sound, what?
Does he do 100,000?
Kodak, yeah, man. I say like 105, 115.
I don't think the climate's 100,000 right now for Kodak.
Really?
I think he's doing somewhere between 80 and 100, but it's probably going to sit somewhere between 80 and 95.
It's going to be tough still because we are still sitting on the release of Lil Baby. It's Only Me. Second week, we speculated that he may still do close to like, 75, 90-ish for second week, maybe.
Somewhere between. Did you say that? Did I say that?
That's what I'm thinking now because I don't remember what you said exactly, but I'm thinking he may do like 75 to like the 90 range second week.
Somewhere between 70 and 100. I wouldn't be surprised if he does 100 the second week.
Yeah.
Future does that shit all the time. Second, third week, 100, 100, 100.
Do we remember what Dirk did this year with 7220? Do you remember his weekly sales, bro? Like every week he was ramping up. It was like 50.
No, I don't remember.
75. Like he was going crazy. So
I think that was something else that Gunna was doing with DS4 this year.
Yeah. So I expect Lil Baby to do the same, basically, like we said. So Kodak may take a little hit because of that, but I think he'll still be all right. I'm looking forward to actually hearing Kodak's album. Like I'm super excited. I'm glad that it's not being pushed back, that we're gonna hear it. So definitely looking forward to that.
I am too. He's also doing some things in the industry I haven't seen before. There's rappers in this day and age, they're doing way different things. They're getting deals bigger than I've ever seen before. When Dirk said he got 40 million, it was so big I couldn't even fucking believe it was real. This nigga really got 40 mil from the label.
That was just like a signing bonus too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was from fuck off money. Like, yeah, you're gonna get this back.
Right.
Kodak Black took to social media to let us know he still has some albums to finish up in his deal with Atlantic, but he has inked a new deal with Capitol Records. Pending the release of his contract after he finishes his fulfillment with Atlantic Records, he'll be moving to be a signee with Capitol Records.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that? Like when you first saw that, what was the first thought you had?
I don't want to say it because it sounds haterish. What is your first thought?
I was thinking, people are not really fucking with Atlantic Records like we may have thought. Or maybe they're not taking care of specific people like we think that they should. Like somebody like Kodak Black, I think you should really be taking care of him because he's super successful. and it doesn't look like he's getting taken care of over there. He's already agreed to another deal before he's even fulfilled this one. You just don't hear that in with labels all the time, you know, like ever.
Or two artists that big that are literally, they're so big that it even seems like they're being supported by the label, but they could really be so much bigger if you realize that these artists aren't getting pushed from the label. Like if you think about how big NBA YoungBoy is now and think that he gets no label push from the outside, I don't know if everyone understands how much or how important that is, that the label has people out there posting your album on Instagram. They're making sure that managers are talking to other rappers from the label. Make sure that you post this guy's album. This album needs to be the cover of your Instagram, or it needs to be your profile picture.
Yep.
You need to be posting this on your story. You need to be doing this, that. Making sure that ads are ran on the stories. Making sure you make your way to the Breakfast Club. That you make your way to Ebro. That you make your way to $1 Million Worth of Game. That you make your way over to Drink Champs. All that stuff is things that the label lines up for you, to where that's the reason why you've never seen NBA YoungBoy on all those places. Of course, I'm sure he's had interview invitations that he probably declined, but a lot of that is because of none of the cooperation or the communication going on with Atlantic Records and NBA YoungBoy.
Facts. No, and like you said, in situations like that, like, the artist doesn't even have to do anything. They literally just have to show up. Like, everything's already taken care of. They got it all lined up, like you said, and all they have to do is just show up. If it's an interview, you just answer the questions. If it's promo, you just show up, sign a few autographs, whatever it may be. Super easy. But somebody like NBA YoungBoy, like you said, who has all of this success and he's not even getting pushed from the label, you know? So just imagine if he was able to get that. But staying in Kodak Black, though, moving to Capitol Records, like I said, I just think that possibly says something about the relationship there that was with Atlantic. Maybe it just wasn't as great as we may have assumed. Because, you know, a couple years ago, when he first got out of jail, when he released During the Dying to Live era, that's when he had just signed a new deal. You remember? Because he had a lyric. He was like, I just got out and they dropped, they dropped all that money on me type shit. So it's crazy just to see how shit just changes, because it looks like, back then Kodak was like the biggest artist over there, and now he's on his way out.
I really think it had a lot to do with NBA YoungBoy. Not only does it not look like he's following a lot of what NBA YoungBoy does?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say fun, but there are similarities for sure. NBA YoungBoy is on his way out as well.
He's on his way out of Atlantic Records.
Right.
There was a lot of quarrel or argument before about the love that NBA YoungBoy had started to get from Atlantic Records once he said he was going to leave. Mm-hmm. Then they started offering him $60 million, this and that. Now he's getting to drop albums that are off of the label, but they're on the label, but whatever the fuck that is.
Weird. He jumped in front of Kodak.
I was going to say Kodak let us know he didn't get offered $60 million.
Yeah.
He want the same thing that the YoungBoy got. Or he's out, is what he said. Oh, he's out. That's because he didn't get that fucking shit. Like, right. he wanted $60 million.
Right. Maybe so.
I
don't know. I just think maybe he thinks, he's on the same level as far as talent.
He is.
And fan base and, everything.
He is.
So he wants that same tag. I understand. I'm not mad at him. So if you can go get it at Capitol or wherever it may be, go get it.
Well, that's where I'll walk back. It's almost the same. There's a reason why NBA YoungBoy is making what he's making. Not only does he have that street that Kodak has, he has such a young fan base that it's going to carry over for a decade or so. I'm not saying we're not going to be listening to Kodak for a decade or so, but I'm saying he has a generation of young kids that still have to make it to our age, and they're still going to be listening to Young Boy when they're our age.
For sure. And the crazy thing about it, though, with Kodak, we low-key are already on the cusp of 10 years of listening to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the way there, like,
yeah,
we've been listening to Kodak since we were like 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say about 17,
okay,
17,
16,
18.
17, but high school. But yeah, so he's already, you know, we have already grown with Kodak. And then, like you said, like, Young Boy has that younger crowd.
Young Boy is not far after Kodak, though. Mm-hmm. He just has a younger audience.
Agreed.
He popped in 2016.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, I can see why the tag on NBA Young Boy is a little bit higher.
Yeah, for sure. Business wise, it makes sense. Like he's they're both high, but I would say Young Boy is probably the hottest artist. You know, if we had to compare the two as far as like popularity and fan base and things like that. But we'll see. But we didn't really say much about NBA Youngboy. So his deal, he is leaving Atlantic as well. He's going to be signing with Motown. We finally got confirmation of this.
Yeah, we heard about this maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like this. But I didn't want to come in and report it because I hadn't gotten the confirmation that this was true, that this was official.
Right.
It's come through that it's official. NBA Youngboy has signed with Motown Records. A lot is about to change for NBA Youngboy. Atlantic, we've been talking about Atlantic since maybe the last 5-10 minutes. Mm-hmm. It was a place where you could tell NBA Youngboy was not happy. They talked on numerous occasions about how they felt he was blackballed there at Atlantic Records, how he couldn't get music to be displayed on front pages, how he couldn't get the record label to back his music, to promote his music like they do the other artists. How is it that I'm generating this much money for the record label, or I'm putting up this many views, and your other artists are doing that or doing nothing close to my numbers, but they get more backing from the label? It made it seem like he was blackballed. He had to get out of that situation. When he started to show his interest to leave, that's when it seemed like Atlantic was like, okay, let me try to keep this artist. Let's do what we can. They offered him $60 million. You could kind of tell that the name on NBA Youngboy started to pick up a little bit more in the last 6 months, I'd say. And I think that's Atlantic Records showing, hey, like we could really like mend this relationship. We can change this. Because they've been milking a cow this whole time. Now he a fucking bull. Like, and he's leaving. Motown Records obviously offered a much better deal.
Yeah, and probably more freedom and more backing and just more trust. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always said as well, just with the Atlantic. Not to just keep going in on them, but there just wasn't any trust there from NBA Youngboy with the label, in my opinion. It's like, y'all don't trust me to do anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm the biggest artist over here, and y'all not giving me no love. So I think with Motown now, because we know the relationship that they have with QC, I believe the CEO, I can't remember if she's the CEO, but there's a black woman that's running a lot of the shit, the everyday shit at Motown. So hopefully within that, NBA Youngboy will be in good hands moving forward. We were talking in pre-production. I want to bring up this conversation for the pod. You mentioned that a lot is going to change with NBA Youngboy as far as how he releases music now that he's no longer at it.
That 10 albums. That 10 album shit is over.
Why do you think that?
Just like I said, that they were milking a cow over at Atlantic Records. They had gotten in such a groove with NBA Youngboy that they were just letting him drop whenever the fuck he wanted, because they were just going to reap whatever benefits they got off of, or the money they got off of the album. Motown is going to have a real plan set in place to take NBA Youngboy to the top. I don't care what anybody says about what generation of rap is better at doing what or how many albums a year this generation of rap can put out in a period of time. For him to be able to show that trajectory going to the top, all of that has to stop. We have to have albums with pure quality control, like where every single song on the album is a hitter. You saved album or you saved work throughout a year or two
for albums.
Yeah, specifically for one tape, for one album, to where that whole project is good. The marketing is good.
Promo, everything.
Your promo, your photo shoots, like this is the type of shit where like I want to end up seeing NBA YoungBoy in a commercial. I want to hear his music playing on like NBA All-Star Weekend type shit.
Facts. Even the little shit like the advertisements from like Spotify and Apple, you know, even though that shit is small.
Hey, all that shit that you seeing going on with Lil Baby.
But when they post that shit, that does a lot for the artist.
It means a lot.
Yes.
And it's just certain things like that. That's what we mean by being backed.
Exactly.
Like, of course, Lil Baby can put up his own things that can get 1 million views every single day. But when YouTube Shorts is posting your viral video or quote unquote viral video, they're making the video viral.
Yep.
The company is.
Yep. It's business.
When they're able to fit NBA YoungBoy into this business, which this is what's gonna happen with his Motown deal. He's gonna turn big time. Like you're gonna see him on Fallon. This is when you're
things like that, yeah.
Stuff like that.
That's all backing from the label.
That's the type of stuff that I mean that your label gets you.
Right,
you're doing SNL?
Yeah.
Oh, the label. Oh, you're on Fallon that night? You're on Kimmel? The label. This is the point in time where you're gonna start seeing NBA YoungBoy on those things, because if you really think about all the rappers that have been to Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel and all that stuff, there's no fucking way in the world NBA YoungBoy shouldn't have been there 2 years ago.
Shit. 3 years
3.
ago. Really?
Yeah.
2019 for sure, in my opinion. Like I
18.
feel like, yeah, I feel like those were his prime years. Like that's when he really took off.
There's artists that we wouldn't consider some of the best now that have been on those stages.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on now. Yeah, I want to see Jimmy Fallon holding a fucking album of NBA YoungBoys right before he performs some shit, and then I want to go see him walk over there and do an interview.
Yeah,
we're already starting to see NBA YoungBoy change a lot.
The entire year, bro, he's shown us nothing but growth in the music, but just how he's carrying himself. You know,
as a father,
as a
grown man,
as a son, just like everything, bro. Like him even just not being on social media as much as he was before, like that plays a huge role in everything. You know, he's not doing a lot of like clowning around. He's just growing up, man.
He's handling business.
I love to see it, man.
It looks good. Is anybody else changing record labels? No. Okay. We're going to stay in Motown, though, because Lil Baby is smoking the fucking charts. What in the fucking world, Cari?
Yep.
All right. So we've talked about the Billboard Hot 100. We talk about it all the time. We talk about it damn near every Monday when numbers come through. Over the past few weeks, or last Monday when all the numbers came in, Lil Baby had raked in 25 records on the charts. So that means Lil Baby holds 25 spots on the Billboard Hot 100.
That's just crazy.
That means Lil Baby covers an entire fourth, or in other words, an entire quarter of the Billboard Hot 100 just for himself. What the hell?
Yeah, man.
I think there's only a couple artists that have ever done that before.
He was the third one.
Yeah, I was gonna say the third. Okay.
Taylor Swift and Drake.
Wow.
Yep.
Our generation they're breaking a lot of records in this music game. Not just a Spotify or an Apple. All-time Billboard records. Like this is insane, and he's just getting started, Cari.
That's crazy, man. So out of the album, every single song from the album charted. There's 23 songs on the album. Every single song charted. That shit is crazy, bro. Like, we just don't hear that. And then he had just 2 other songs are on there as well. But I mean, I just don't know what to say. Like, we told y'all he's the biggest rapper in the world. The numbers show it.
He's definitely the biggest rapper in the world.
Bro, 25 songs on the chart at once is ridiculous.
Tory Lanez can't seem to stay the fuck out of trouble.
I think they picking on Tory Lanez, man.
Yeah, they're definitely picking on Tory Lanez. They've been picking on Tory Lanez for years.
Yeah.
But Tory Lanez has recently received house arrest. He'll be on house arrest until his Megan Thee Stallion
Trial.
Yeah, alleged shooting, assault, whatever that is, that trial starts. Until then, he'll be on house arrest.
Yeah,
because
that starts.
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, go. I was gonna say that starts next month, November 28th. Is when the trial actually starts.
We made it to the end of the year already to that case, but it's all because of the alleged altercation that Tory Lanez and August Alsina had backstage at that party or whatever that event was, where he tried to shake his hand. August Alsina told him no, walked past him, some shit like that. Apparently, Tory Lanez and then ran up on him at some hotel or some shit like that afterwards, something like that. I can't even know, but I don't even know.
Yeah. Allegedly, but like I said, I just feel like he getting picked on a little bit because that was a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying?
It's not confirmed, and I'm not even sure if August Alsina is pressing charges.
Not to my knowledge. So, but who knows, man? Hopefully this may help him out. You know, this may keep him out of trouble if he's forced to stay at home. He may, stay out the way a little bit because Tory is somebody that's always in the media, bro, even when he shouldn't be. So we'll just have to see what happens. But
he's still going to be in the media. This is just going to make him more in the media. This is, I don't know if you remember the first time he was on house arrest after the Megan Thee Stallion shit happened. It was just a bunch of subtle posts about the shit.
Because they tried to use some of the tweets like in court the first time or something like that.
Yeah, and even when they let him go and he was on vacation in other places, he was saying certain things on his stories. Man. He's slick,
I guess.
But yeah, he should just tread lightly.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out Tory though. I hope he's able to settle all of this shit. Whatever way that goes.
Yep.
You know. Do you have any more on Tory Lanez? August Alsina?
Nah, man.
All right. Kanye West. We said we weren't going to talk about this anymore. But Cari, so much has happened in the last week?
2 days.
We didn't talk about it on last pod, did we?
Nah, I think we've been doing the Thursdays for Ye, but 7 days, 5 days, I have no idea, bro. It's overwhelming the amount of things that just transpire every week, day to day in the life of Kanye West.
It's really bad. Just right now, I'm gonna go through the list of things that I've seen happen in just a few days since we've potted. His Hollywood talent agency, CAA, they've cut ties with Kanye. Let's see if I can make it to the next thing. Kanye West and his record label Good Music are reportedly no longer part of Def Jam. Adidas has terminated their partnership with Ye. I believe TJ Maxx has terminated their partnerships with Ye. He's no longer on the Forbes list as billionaires as his lucrative deal with Adidas is over. Without that, they said, and this is alleged, that he's worth about $400 million. Foot Locker removed all the Yeezy sneakers from the store. Jeez. Aaron Donald and Jaylen Brown announced that they're leaving Kanye's Donda Sports. Donda Academy, Kanye's school, has now closed for the remainder of the school year. Adidas reportedly intends to sell Yeezy designs without his name. I believe that in the last few hours, though, they stated by the end of the year he's gonna have his freedom from Gap fully, and he'll have his Yeezy name from Adidas immediately. His wax figure will be removed from Madame Tussauds. He went to Skechers to see if he could get some work there on Wednesday. He showed up uninvited to the headquarters. They escorted him to fuck off. Stem, that has the Stem player for Kanye. They cut ties with Kanye, removed all his music from the platform.
God damn.
A lot happened for Kanye.
Yeah.
And that of course wasn't it. That was just the bulk of everything that happened.
So where do we start? I want to start with the visit to Skechers. What is that?
I believe at this point Kanye is trying to find somebody who's already in touch with the masses that he can mass produce, with a place with big warehouses.
Yeah. Skechers though. Then he got escorted out that bitch by Sketcher executives.
It doesn't sound like a bad idea until you're letting niggas with Skechers walk you the fuck out of a building. Like that is absolutely insane. I'm never letting niggas wearing slip-on Velcro shoes
right.
escort me the fuck out of a building. Like imagine somebody stepping on your Yeezys with Skechers.
Slip resistant. All type of shit.
Slip resistant fucking shoes.
Memory foam. That's what it is. That's the one I was looking for.
Sir, these shoes cost me $500. You just stepped on my shoes with those fucking Skechers that have been durable for 8 years, nigga. Why the fuck do Skechers last so long?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Them hoes are built to last.
But another word that I had gotten was Kanye was released from Def Jam. Kanye and Good Music was released. Word on road is he got his masters. Did you hear that?
I didn't.
Okay.
No.
I heard he got his masters. He got released from Adidas. At first they said that they were going to continue to sell the clothing and do everything without him. Later on Wednesday evening, we found out that he'd be receiving the Yeezy title and likeness, things like that, back immediately. By the end of December, he'll have rights to all of the work that he did with Gap. Did Kanye do this to free himself?
I think, bro, but I really don't know. I have no idea, because you could be free, yes, and he is free. He has freed himself, but
from the corporate giants is what I mean.
Right. But now no one will work with you, and maybe that's his thing. Maybe he doesn't want to work with anybody. Like I said, I have no idea, but nobody is gonna work with you now. So like, I don't know.
The way I'm thinking about this, and I don't want to stay on this too long, is everybody wants to just have $1 billion so they can set up their own. Like, just imagine if you wanted to sell T-shirts. Everybody just wants to have enough money to set themselves up to do that. Imagine if you needed $100,000. Oh, if I get $100,000, I'll just set up my website. I'll just produce T-shirts and I'll just sell it. I'll have all the money to market on my own. I won't need funding from a credit card, from a lender, from anybody. I feel as though Kanye really just wanted enough money to start doing everything on his own. And now I feel like he has enough to produce music, clothing, all of that with what he's built.
I mean, yeah, he could do whatever he wants. I'm not going to disagree with that, but I don't know if he thought it would get this bad. When I think from the jump, yes, he wanted to terminate every contract that he was a part of, but I don't think he could imagine like it was gonna go this way. You know what I'm saying?
I think he knew it was gonna get this bad.
There's no way, bro. The backlash, every deal you have is terminated.
Cari, when you're that, yes, Cari, when you're that big at the top, he had phone calls from the niggas that were doing this, letting this nigga know, hey, bro, like, we're gonna blah 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 blah. If this is how far that is up. That these niggas, before they roll this shit out on TV, before it hits the newspapers, this is the type of shit where like, yo, Kanye, like, you really have a chance to get your ass back in line. Like, get your ass in line. Kanye said, fuck all that.
You think that he knew all these deals that he had were going to terminate? And you think that's what he wanted? Like, every single one? I know there were certain ones, like, Adidas, Gap, but you think he didn't want to be with Def Jam? He didn't want to do like all the shit that's getting pulled. You think he wanted to cut all those ties?
He's been telling you for the last year that he was going to burn the house down.
I guess, bro.
Has he not?
I don't know.
Has he not specifically with the whole Donda shit too? Been telling you with the burning house.
I guess. Yeah.
No, I honestly think this is what's going on. That it was all on purpose. And the same thing with the anti-Semitic comments with the community that you're targeting. Somebody that high up as Kanye West, especially if we're talking about it and we know it here, the type of fire that you're playing with, talking about specific communities, specifically communities that fund everything you do. He knew exactly what was going to happen. He knew they were going to cut him at every single thing. I know that. And there's certain things you go against and certain things you can't go against. This is your example that like, yo, this is not what you want to go against, buddy. We'll fuck it all up here. No?
I mean, I don't know, bro.
Okay.
Like I said, I just don't know.
It looks kind of obvious to me.
I guess, but yeah, I just don't know what Kanye. But like, if that's the case, like, what happens next? You know what I'm saying? In your opinion, like, what does he do next? He builds his own shit again. That's what he wanted to do. He's gonna work everything by himself now.
Yeah, because this is my thing. Yes, he was canceled from all the giants that were funding him. None of the consumers are gonna stop buying those sneakers. Maybe the older generation ones, yes, that are the ones posting and having the problem. The niggas that really build up the fan base of Yeezy, the 18 to like through 30 crowd, none of those niggas are gonna stop buying Yeezys.
I feel you.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
And he knows that too. All he wants is the likeness to keep selling his product.
Right.
Niggas are gonna keep buying Yeezys.
Right. And then that's important, like we said, because he got back on Instagram. That's another thing. Like he reported, like you said, he posted like a text of like him saying, you know, how much he still has of the deal and when the Gap deal actually is terminated. So
he said he wants some supermodel pussy.
Right. So if that is the case, you know, if this information is true that he is gonna, you know, have the titles to his name and his brand, then in that case, I get it. It's just, you know, we got news at first that Adidas had everything, and now it's no. Ye is saying like, no, I still have everything. So it's just like, I don't know on that stance.
Now, if he can't sell anything Adidas or anything Yeezy, now he's back in some sort of issue. But if what he said in that message is true, and the Adidas Yeezy title is handed over to him,
right.
Nobody's gonna stop buying Yeezys.
And I agree with you on that.
We were only gonna stop buying Yeezys if Adidas was gonna push it without them.
Right. And that's where I was coming from with the stance, as far as like when I'm saying I don't know what the hell this nigga's gonna do from this point on.
If he's still alive, this is my thing. If Kanye drops an album, niggas are gonna listen to it. If Kanye drops fashion, niggas are gonna buy it. That's all he really does anyway. He was just getting corporate push. If he continues to do that, then I'm not even saying I'm on Kanye's side. I'm really just trying to be logical. Like, who's gonna stop? His consumers don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Ain't the people that love Kanye, he has such a diehard fan base. Kanye could shit on a relative's grave of one of his fans and they'd still buy it. They don't give a fuck.
You niggas are sick. First off, let me just
Kanye could get on there and say, fuck everybody's dead loved ones.
Yeah.
And still sell everything.
This is true. I guess, man. We just have to see what happens. Like I said, it's interesting every day to wake up and just see what's gonna happen next, bro. But
it happened 4 years ago. No, this didn't happen.
This did not happen.
This didn't happen.
Nah, bro, that's what I'm saying.
Holy
like
shit.
This is new. Like, he's acted out, and of course he said crazy shit like that's Kanye, but this is new. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. We'll see when it all falls down.
Does Will Smith ever get to come back to the Academy?
I think they may cut that short.
You think so? Yeah, he was
All
back
it
with
takes is
Rihanna and
some
shit.
good movies, bro.
Yeah, and I mean it's Will Smith.
It's Will fucking Smith.
It's Kanye West.
Watch out.
Nah, that name ain't ringing the same right now,
that's
is it?
why he changed it, nigga. Yay.
Yay. That nigga had to get godly. He knew what he was about to go through.
Facts,
bro, he knew it.
Jesus is king, man.
Like he knew it, like what was about to go on.
Yeah. He knew it. He was, for sure.
He knew the road he was about to go down.
For sure. No, so I agree, and we can really move on because I didn't even want to stay in this shit this long, bro. But I know from the start, in anything that this nigga ever does in his entire life, he always has an agenda.
It's intentional, yeah.
I know that. But this one, like I said, it's been hard for me to read like what's really going on in this case. But I do agree, like I said, that he wanted to get out of certain deals with certain companies or corporations, but to see everything fall apart, bro, I don't think he could have ever saw that coming.
Maybe he thought White Lives Matter was gonna do it.
Yeah, he was like, fuck, they don't. I gotta go for the.
He was like, fuck, these niggas ain't gonna fire me. Oh, it's just another Kanye stunt. Everybody kept him. He was like, oh my gosh, I gotta.
Crazy.
Let me get fired for real. Like if these niggas are not gonna fire me, because think about how hard it is to fire Kanye. Like, bro, these niggas told him to get $140 million out of the bank.
He did do that shit though. That's funny. He did try this, that didn't work. Let me try this, that didn't work. Let me try this. Oh, I finally got him. What you think he doing? Never mind, bro. I'm done.
This nigga's sick, man.
I hate him, bro.
This nigga's sick, bro. And he's probably somewhere like
insane.
Drinking a scotch, eating fucking cookies and shit.
Facts, bro. But I will say, like, if bro is really going through shit, I hope he gets help, bro.
Absolutely.
Like for real. Like, you know, all jokes aside, I know we being funny and speculating, but if he's really sick and is needing help, I hope he gets help.
What I will say is, a lot of times when people like say Kanye needs help, they're not looking at all of the interviews and things like that.
Mm-hmm. They're just looking at the headlines.
Yeah, I'm watching these interviews. Kanye seems very clear-headed.
He's on a mission.
Yeah.
He's on a mission, bro.
Kanye seems very focused. It doesn't seem like the type of Kanye that we see with crazy rants that don't make any sense at all. Like he would really be off the rocker. Like that 2013 Yeezus Kanye, it doesn't sound like that.
Nah, yeah, he's been very consistent this time around. I will say that it's been Kim and Pete. It's been Adidas and Gap.
I'm glad you brought that up.
It's been fuck the industry. You know what I'm saying? So he has been consistent. I'll say that.
I'm glad you brought that up about Pete and Kim. Charlemagne came out earlier or later last week. Mm-hmm. We just never talked about it because we said we weren't going to get into him on Monday, and we didn't. Charlemagne said that he had a phone call with Kanye. Kanye was trying to get him to stop talking to Pete. Mm-hmm. Charlemagne's giving it to us like, yo, like, this is my friend. Like, you're trying to get me to stop associating with my friend Kanye. I was friends before you guys were beefing, any of that. And the way Kanye responds to Charlemagne is, my wife is out here fucking a white boy with a 10-inch penis, and you're not gonna do anything about it?
It's tough, man. My
wife is out here fucking a guy with a 10-inch penis, and you're calling yourself culture?
Yep.
And you're not gonna do anything about it? No, let's move on.
I was gonna say I'm done.
No, let's move on.
Let's do it.
Tyler, the Creator. We don't really have when we have things to talk about in film, like when we had the Murder Inc. side, we had a film part of the pod damn near every week. When there's film things in hip hop in the pod, I love talking about it.
Yeah.
Like when Kid Cudi had Intergalactic, he had another movie last year. Like when things like this happen with rappers or artists, whether it's R&B, hip hop, and they're moving into the film space, we want to talk about it. Tyler, the Creator, we've already known him for being in the acting space. He had deals with Cartoon Network and Adult Swim for the longest. But he's been the latest to join the cast of Big Mouth. He's going to be on Big Mouth next season. I think that season premieres either this week or this weekend on Netflix. It's an adult cartoon, one of the funniest fucking adult cartoons that's on the platform.
You actually watch it?
Big Mouth. I watched the first maybe 2 or 3 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Never watched it.
No, you gotta. Nah, Cari.
I'll never watch Big Mouth, bro.
It's only 15 minutes. Don't do the fucking Wu-Tang thing where you just don't watch it. It's a cartoon.
Yeah, that's something I could just put on and let it slide.
And like we be lit. Like once you lit,
it's funny.
Oh my, it's adult. It's an adult one, like, sure. And it's gonna catch you off guard with a lot of the shit that they say. They are dirty. Okay. They are fucking raunchy.
Okay, that's my type of comedy, though. So yeah.
Oh no, like it's gonna hit you by surprise. It hit me by surprise, okay. Cari, and I am crazy with
the. Say, and you get the crown.
Yeah. And especially with dirty shit, like I can take a lot of the dirty comedy. Oh, this was crazy, but it's great. I like it. And because of Tyler the Creator's MO, because of his aura, because of his the type of guy he is or that he gives off on camera, he's perfect for Big Mouth. And as soon as you watch an episode of Big Mouth, you can be like, oh, Tyler is perfect for this shit. But I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, for sure. This is season 6 now for Big Mouth, and the character that he's gonna play Jesus, Black Jesus.
Okay.
You can already see it.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about how fucking sarcastic this show is. Yeah. He's gonna play Jesus. Okay. All right. We'll see.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how this goes.
Shout out Tyler though.
Shout out Tyler the Creator. Shout out Big Mouth. Shout out Netflix. If y'all start doing Netflix pods, I mean, hit me.
They need to do something over there. You know, they quarterly reports not looking too good over there at Netflix.
They haven't been for years and years and years and years. It's terrible. It's awful. Are you ready to move on? Mm-hmm. All right. We're still in rappers.
Yeah.
But we're in politics. It's voting season. Make sure y'all get out and fucking vote.
Absolutely. Early voting.
Early voting is going on right now. Make sure you get to your county because you have to be in your county during early voting to vote, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe it's going until next week, the 4th.
Okay, yeah. All those propositions that have to do with freeing marijuana, making sure things are decriminalized. This is the time of the year that you need to make your way to the ballots to be casting your vote to make sure that the legalization steps are taken. Like we swear we want weed here in Texas. We say we want weed in whatever state that it is or whatever law it is that you want to move forward. You say you want it. Take your ass down there to the polls and let's go vote on it.
For sure.
It's that time. And it's early voting. Don't wait till it's the last days to vote and everybody's going to be in there filling shit up. Go vote.
Yeah, bro. Definitely take advantage of early voting. I always take advantage of early voting,
Same.
Fam, because I'm not trying to be there on the day of. That shit gets ridiculous. But definitely, if you're not registered to vote, man, take care of that. Everybody should be registered to vote, especially our young African-American men and women. Please register to vote.
Absolutely. I really just want that weed free. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm really on some scratch my back type shit and I'll scratch yours. And that's the type of thing that we're moving into next that I wanted to get into. For some reason, right here near election time, Ice Cube popped back up.
He did.
He's talking about the Platinum Plan again. If you're not sure what the Platinum Plan is, it's the contract with Black America that he had proposed with Donald Trump. Donald Trump had agreed to put that in place. I believe it was going to put $250 million into black businesses being started, some certain things like that. Donald Trump had agreed on it. Of course, he wasn't elected. He had spoken to the Biden administration about it during the campaign process. They said that they would speak to him about it once he was elected. Once he was elected, they said that they hadn't received much info from the Biden administration, but they said that a lot of the things that were a part of the Platinum Plan were already in pending legislation.
Yeah.
But here's some more from Ice Cube on this.
How did you view the heat that you took for engaging with the Trump administration?
I just think people didn't understand exactly where I was coming from. And people are really used to seeing, black people just go on one side to the Democratic Party. And, we've been doing that for a long time as a people. And we haven't really gained as much as I believe we should. And I believe it's important to engage with both sides, and not just one side. Because if the one side you're engaging with doesn't respond, there's nowhere to turn. So I think by engaging with both sides, you put everybody on notice that whoever's going to do the most for the people is who we should roll with, even if it goes against what the majority of the country wants.
Social media was in a fucking uproar over what Ice Cube said.
Of course.
They were in an uproar over the fact that he popped out right during the election period. There was a lot to say. They called him a ploy for the right side, just to get people to vote for the Republican Party. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he really promoted the Republican Party.
I don't think he promoted any party.
I think he really just said that he was here still trying to get people to listen to the plan to make a contract with Black America.
Mm-hmm. Just really trying to do the groundbreaking work, in my opinion, that's just not getting done, according to him. So
what did Ice Cube do wrong? Nothing,
based on what I heard just right there. And this just goes back to what we were also kind of mentioning on the last episode as well. You kind of just brought it up again. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
What have you done for me lately?
And that's what he was getting at. He was saying, like, it's okay to be on both sides. You could be blue, you could be red. You could, like,
not in every instance.
But you know what I'm saying. Like, in this situation right here, for sure, because we can get down to the nitty gritty. We have before, but regardless.
Oh no, I was talking about you can't be blue and red.
you talking about the streets.
Yeah, that's
in politics.
Yeah.
In politics, you could be blue or you could be red, man. But basically what he was saying is, like, our community, African Americans, it's always been, we support the Democrats. That's just what it's always been.
Correct.
And what Cube is saying
Shout
is,
out my nigga Obeezy.
Right. What Cube is saying is, like, yeah, that's okay, but sometimes we have to branch out and we have to see if there are other opportunities out there, because right now this particular side may not be doing everything that they could be doing to help us out in certain situations. Let me go over here, maybe get some help in an area here. Like, that's what he's saying, bro. Like, it's just okay to be in the middle and play the field, essentially.
Exactly. The same, like, I'm just reiterating what Cari said. It's okay to have relationships on both sides, to where if I'm trying to get a deal put in place over here with the winning side, whoever's in office, which is the Democratic side and the Biden administration, and they said no, it'd be a good idea to already have a plan or a relationship or rapport status established with the right side. So by the time that it's time for something like them to come in office or them to take over the House or the Senate, things like that, this can get passed with ease, because they already got this going.
Yeah. I swear I didn't see anything wrong with what he said. I get people that you can have an argument about timing and when the interview comes out, and
nothing is a coincidence.
It comes out right around election time. Like, I get that, but let's still just listen to what the man is saying, And that's just what it boils down to me. I don't think he was promoting one side or the other.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't bashing one side or the other. He wasn't telling you, hey, you should vote this way. He's just saying, hey, look, I'm trying to do something for our people, and this is just the route that I'm taking.
Honestly, you get mad at me for saying this. You should not stick to be like to one side every single time you vote. I'm not saying you should be flip-flopping or you should do this, and that. I feel like we're at a point in time that, yes, everybody says we're going for like what's best for the people. Mm-hmm. I'm voting for who's gonna do the best for me. Who's gonna scratch my back? Like, who's gonna lower my taxes? The same way the rich fucks, like, they only voting for who's gonna benefit them. Why do y'all fucking vote for everybody? And we have less money than the higher niggas at the top, and they're the ones being the selfish ones. We need to be the niggas being the selfish ones. Right. How are you gonna help me?
Well, they say the rich get richer.
Yeah, like, think about that. How are you gonna help me?
Facts.
The fuck? That's all I'm thinking about when it comes time to vote. Who's doing what I need? Who's making sure I'm safe? Who's decriminalizing and legalizing what I need? Shout out that nigga Beto. Go vote for my nigga Beto. Or anybody else that's not fucking Greg Abbott.
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. I've seen a lot of niggas call him Hot Wheels. Yeah, get Greg Abbott the fuck out of here,
Facts,
man.
Bro, he gotta go.
Kick his shit over.
He gotta go.
No, real talk.
But nah, bro, I agree a little bit with Q, like I said, just before we move on. So I'm gonna just speak for my people, you know, or just myself, my family. A lot of times, you know, growing up, bro, you're taught a certain way, you know. Your parents teach you, you know, this is the way things are done, things like that. I think as you get older, you need to start expanding and using your own brain, like you said, and read here, see what this person does, see what this person does. Don't just go off of what you're used to, of what you were taught. And that's what Q was saying, like, the black community, bro, we're always taught to be Democrats, and that's fine. I'm not trying to swing nobody a different way. I'm just saying, like,
but niggas won't even know.
You don't even know the practices, bro. Like,
you won't even know who the Democrat is.
Just Democrat,
and this is about people on the Republican side too. You won't know who the Democrat or Republican is. Don't know what their policies are, what they're voting for. You just know, like, my mom and dad always told me to vote this way, so that's how I'm gonna vote. Stop that.
Yeah, that's what
your vote is useless.
Right, that's what we don't do. That
is a blind vote.
Yeah. Educate yourselves, man. And whatever way you want to go, that's fine. Like, it's no discrimination. I don't care what.
Yeah, I don't care what side you vote. Just vote for the side you feel is best. Like, for you, not for mom, not for dad, none of that. For you. Sheesh.
I know, right?
We too old for that shit now.
Facts, bro.
It's important now.
Facts.
It's important, man.
Facts, bro.
All right, let's move on. Shout out my nigga Leslie Jordan. Man, rest in peace to the GOAT. On it looks like 3:17 p.m. on the 24th, a tow truck had just removed Leslie's car from a scene. He was apparently in a car crash, and he was a victim and passed away in that car crash.
Yeah, so he just happened to be driving. This is what law enforcement said, that he had a medical emergency just, you know, as he was behind the wheel, crashed into a building, and unfortunately passed away. Just a sad situation, man. If you don't know Leslie Jordan, of course, he was famous from being in shows like Will and Grace, Hearts of Fire, The Cool Kids. But for me, I know I didn't watch those shows. I became familiar with him during the pandemic when he took to social media and just went crazy. He started posting all these funny videos, TikToks, just going viral, you know. He had about 80,000 subscribers before the pandemic. Got that all the way up to 5.6 million on Instagram.
He had very, very, very big, I almost called them vines. Damn, I'm old. TikToks, reels, things like that. That's how I knew him. Yeah. I knew he was on, or like you said before, Will and Grace, things like that. But I didn't watch that. I knew him from social media, and I didn't know him until the pandemic, like you said. I just thought he was some like a social media influencer from the phone that got that big in his older age. Wow.
Yeah, man, but that's sad, you know. That's not somebody that we mention all the time when we talk about how social media has blown people up, but he's the perfect example of, you know, kind of just like an overnight success when it comes to social media. But rest in peace to Leslie Jordan, man. Once again, that's just unfortunate when you get news like that, but prayers up for his family, for his estate, you know, everything. Just hope that things are still going to be good moving forward.
Absolutely. We're going to stay in the somber news type shit. I wanted to talk about 2 nurses. It looks like they were killed in a Dallas hospital. Yeah. I think you had more info on the story.
Yeah, so this happened over the weekend, man. So a man fatally shot 2 Dallas employees Opening fire accusing his girlfriend who had just given birth of infidelity. So he just went into the hospital.
Oh, his girl was cheating, and he went to the hospital. Was his girl one of the ones that was killed?
No, so he killed a social worker and a nurse.
Okay. Where was his girl?
His girl was not there. It says authorities opened fire around 11 a.m. while at the hospital for the birth of a child. Oh, so she was there giving birth.
See, okay, all right, that makes more sense.
That's crazy.
That's why he came. All right, she was giving birth. He must have found out, baby that she's giving birth to is not his.
I have no idea.
Either that or she was fucking.
It's crazy.
Either way, not a reason to go in and shoot up a hospital and kill innocent people.
Absolutely not, man. Then the crazy part about it, this guy, he was on parole from prison. He had been granted permission to be at the hospital while wearing an ankle monitor. He was shot and wounded by the police. He got into a shootout, but, unfortunately, those 2 lives were lost.
Did he live?
He lived.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out those ladies. Shout out their families. That's crazy. When he was out for the childbirth, was he going back to jail after it? Or did they let him out early?
I think he was just on parole early.
Okay.
Then, yeah, they were just allowing him to go to the hospital. Doesn't really say, but.
Okay. More than likely he was out.
Crazy, bro.
Wow. We're going to stay in jail. Well, we're not going to stay in jail. We're going to stay in the topic of jail, prison, things like that. We want to get into Brittany Griner. Well, I'm sorry. Let me backtrack. We skipped there were 3 people killed in the shooting in St. Louis that we wanted to get into. That was no joke. What the hell is going on with the school shootings not stopping, man?
I don't know, man.
I got some more on this one. It looks like 2 people were killed after a shooting in St. Louis at a school Monday morning that also sent multiple people to the hospital. Chaos unfolded shortly after 9 a.m. when authorities learned that the shooter with a long gun inside of Central Visual and Performing Arts High School. The school and collegiate yada yada. They were locked down after a gunfight with authorities. The 19-year-old gunman, I'm not going to name him, was taken into custody and later pronounced dead. So there were 3 people killed, 2 students that he killed, and the shooter himself that was killed.
Crazy. They say he was a 2021 graduate of that school.
Yeah, they said that the gunman entered the school with a rifle in an aggressive, violent manner and had almost a dozen 30-round mags on him. There was no mystery about what was going to happen. Officers are still working on a motive, but said they're suspicious that there may be some mental illness he's experienced. Oh, fucking brother.
I'm trying to hear that shit, bro.
Like, yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
You're a 15-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to hear that. But you asked the question, like, what's going on with the school shootings? I don't know, dog.
Where did it just rise? Like, I mean, of course, I know the whole 2000s is where the shit started to take over, and the 2010s from Sandy Hook on, it just got out of control.
It's just when we were in school, bro, we did not have to worry about this.
What? Is it what's seen on TV? Is it what the hell? Because what are we doing so differently?
I don't know, but it's really scary for kids because, like I said,
kids are working a fucking school,
right? But I promise you, and I'll just speak for myself, but I promise you, when we were growing up, when I was in elementary, when I was in middle school, when I was in high school, I never had that fear one day in my life.
Yeah, there was never, and of course, we went through elementary, middle school, and high school together. There wasn't one day in school that I thought somebody might come in here and shoot this bitch up. There was never a day that, I mean, at least to our knowledge, that there were even threats of that in the school.
Only time is just shit that's going on in like neighborhoods, like car chases, things like that. We never actually had like a threat towards the school.
No, but now, even since we've been out of school, we've heard in the years passing that there have been some times our high school have been locked down because there's been a threat from someone on the campus, or even our rival school. It's been locked down even like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
it was locked down because someone made a threat on the campus, a student.
Just doing dumb shit, dog. But I don't know why it is like so frequent these days. Is it social media? Is it like what is it, bro?
What is it?
I don't know, man. But it's sad. It's unfortunate. You know, I hate these things. You know, you're in school now, like we said, but we have plenty of friends and family who are also in school. You know, so you have to have that thought now. Like we said back then, we never have to think about it. But yes, like every day when you wake up and when you step inside the building, you have to have that.
You gotta
on your mind. You know.
Yeah, and you gotta have a lock on your door. I got a lock on my door. Fuck all that.
Don't blame me, dog.
You're not getting in here, man.
It's crazy.
I don't have that type of room that keeps students or anything like that, though. So, yeah, it's just an office, not a classroom.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's unfortunate. Just prayers, man. Just prayers for the family.
Absolutely.
The victims, you know, of that shooting, bro. That's just insane, man. But you know, I hope one day we can really stop having this conversation, bro. Like I swear to God, I hate school shootings, bro. Like this is just like that's just so like below
kids, bro. It's kids,
bro. That shit is just like bottom for me. Like I'm not.
Just innocent innocent people. Period.
Yeah, that's why I say like that's what kills me the most. Like anytime an innocent person is harmed, I hate that. But these are innocent babies and children and kids.
And now that like I get more into the shit, that I really think about it, not only are those innocent kids, innocent students, innocent adults that were only in the building to help those kids. That's fucked up. Yeah. That's fucked up. A building full of innocent people, man.
A school.
The worst. School is like probably one of the worst places you can shoot up.
It's crazy.
That's wild. I mean, every place is one of the worst places you can shoot up. Now that I think about that. Well, let's go ahead and move on from there. Brittany Griner had an appeal hearing, you know, to make sure she took care of some of those years off her sentence, or maybe she was acquitted, something like that. They said no. They said absolutely fucking not. She lost her appeal, and she's to begin her 9-year sentence for less than a gram of marijuana.
It's crazy, dude.
And she's to be moved. They said that it could take some months, but she's to serve her 9-year sentence in a penal community, which is more like a camp. Mm-hmm. Do you have like a detail on like what a penal community is, things like that?
Yeah.
Just because I don't have the actual definition, things like that. But everything that I saw, it seems like very old school, almost concentration camp type shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think they said that it's known for like their brutality.
Yeah, so it says it's characterized by brutality, overcrowding, and harsh conditions, and they are often governed by a rigid prison culture. You need to imagine something like a Chinese labor camp where everybody marches in a line and where video cameras are hung everywhere. Constant control and a culture of snitching.
This is crazy. I would never want to be locked up somewhere else.
Yeah, it's
you can't even. Never mind.
It's not looking good for Brittany Griner. Yes, her situation, they know who she is, things like that, but not even trying to be funny. Her sexuality over there, they don't play that shit in Russia.
Yeah, and I was just about to get into sexuality, period. I'm not even trying to be funny either, but this is real because people need to do certain things before they go insane. I bet you because of the cameras, things like that, you probably can't even masturbate over there. Like that stuff is probably off limits.
Yeah, can't do a lot of shit, but that's scary for her, bro. Just being over there, period. Having possibly 9 years that you could face.
9 years, man.
But she's gonna get it bad just because, like I said, she's a black gay woman who's an American, a black gay American woman. Like she checks all of the wrong boxes for them. You know what I'm saying?
She checks all the boxes that Russia needs to punish you.
Exactly. So just prayers for Brittany Griner, man. Now hopefully, they can work out something still along the ropes of a trade off with. I don't know what we're doing.
That looks to be the trade off with some other prisoners that belong to Russia. Mm-hmm. It looks like it's going to be the last sign of hope. Joe Biden said that he's actively and constantly working on that, but he's not receiving a whole lot of response lately from Russia. But the last line of hope looks like it's going to be the trade off. If they don't accept that trade, Brittany Griner will indeed serve 9 years in prison. But it's bad. It's insane. She got caught up in the middle of a war that she shouldn't have been in. And it was terrible timing.
Yeah.
Hate to see it happen.
It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah. But we can go ahead and move on. I think we only had one more thing that we wanted to jump into. Amazon, if they haven't already showed you that they were taking the steps to be the fucking greatest and most innovative company that there is of the 2010s, 20s, or the 2000s period, they're showing you now. They're about to start introducing, they said as soon as possible, floating warehouses. So they're basically going to be blimps, big ass, thick looking blimps.
Yep.
That are going to carry a warehouse full of shit for Amazon. I don't know if they're going to be people working inside of the Amazon or if it's just going to be robot shit going on the inside. Mm-hmm. But somehow they're going to be able to sort through and get packages out through that floating warehouse, and then drones are going to take the package and deliver it from that floating warehouse to your front door.
Yeah, pretty fucking crazy. I'm watching the video right now, and it's like a simulation, but
I'm thinking about it now, and I really shouldn't even said what I said before on whether there's going to be people up there. It's probably just going to be remote control. Yeah, it's going to be remote controlled.
Yeah, especially with the drones and shit. But
it's a fun job to have, it sounds like.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been seeing them try little things like this here and there.
We saw the drone delivery,
the drones, for sure,
but they didn't implement it for every single Amazon area. I think it was certain regions that they've been testing, you said,
for sure. But I mean, it's a cool idea, bro, and they're looking towards the future. Like this things like this don't scare me. You know,
it doesn't scare me either.
That's cool as fuck. Like, I want my shit shipped fast and on time.
Absolutely.
I'm paying for Prime for a reason.
And on top of that, the same thing that I say all the time, we keep saying, like, when is the world going to change? When are we going to start seeing different things? Here it is.
We have to allow the world to change.
Yeah, like, here it is.
Like, sometimes we'll say that, but we don't really want that change. Like, things like this, we have to allow that shit to happen. Like, this does no harm.
The Amazon warehouse is going to be over your head now. That's crazy. Like, damn, I wonder if my package is up there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I want to see the Amazon, the floating Amazon warehouse pass by my house. I'm going to be trying to shoot that bitch down.
Like, what a damn Stinger missile.
That's going to be the worst thing. Like, people are going to be trying to shoot shit like that down.
Niggas can't ever have shit. Be doing shit like this. This is not Call of Duty, boy.
If I'm thinking it, and I actually don't do that shit, what about the people that do it? Mm-hmm. Oh, they're way past what I'm thinking right now. They thinking about how they can turn the cameras off.
Yeah.
The fuck?
And steal the drone.
Yeah, man. And the package. Fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
Wow. Let me get in that mode. I'm just
back in that mode.
I'm just playing. Do we have anything else that we wanted to get to?
Nah, man. That was it. That's all I had.
All right, man. That was episode 187 of the Rise and Grind podcast. To the audio listenership, to the video viewership, to all the social media followers, we want to thank y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see y'all on episode 188. It's been the Rise and Grind podcast. Your boy Roderick.
Yes, sir. Cari, we out.